Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Valagar Aloevain, back for some more Dungeons & Dragons Online. So for this video here, it brings us back out into the 12, and we're going to be doing a madness chain. So this will be the third and final of the madness chains, I do believe. Alright, so you actually pick up the quest chain right here inside the Tower of the 12 from Basimor Trask. And our first quest is located just outside here. Again, in the Tower of the 12. And we're going to want to pick up the quest here, so... yeah. Now, like the other Madness Chains, this is... weird. And you'll definitely know what I mean by weird once we get in there. It feels like, again, it is from inside of Dirk's mind. Alright. So the first thing we're going to do here is I am going to get some hireling out, get the buffs going. Alright. Alright, and then we're gonna grab these breakables here. Alright, so the first thing we need to do is retrieve this scepter. So in order to do that, we do want to head upstairs. And here we should see a horde of, well, take it. Nothing too major. We also have a red named Mind Flayer who doesn't have a very large amount of hit points, but as you are fighting him, he's going to just take off running, and he's going to be opening the door here. So again, he is going to be able to be fight, kind of whittle him down. So here we go. Summon some guys out there. Now, if you don't kill them fast enough, he will convert them into taken. So you do want to try and kill them fairly quickly, just to avoid getting the extra fighting. So we did get a couple of them here. Now, once you get them all there, you do want to head into the very end and finish off the job. At which point, it gives you a chest. As you click to open the chest, it turns out it is just a mimic. The mimic then just rushes for the scepter and eats the scepter. Now, this is where things start getting a little bit pear-shaped. So the first thing we have to do is just follow the chest. As you can see, we can fight him. Can't really kill him. After a while, he's below dead, but he just can't be killed right now. As you're fighting him, he will go through the door, opening up the rest of the quest. Alright, so at this point, he attempts to use the scepter again, and this is where things go really pear-shaped.
Affecting your perception of reality. You hear sector back to Zoriat in its stomach. But in order to reach the portal up there, you'll need to fly. You'll need an airship. An airship made of furniture. All the parts you need are right here in the inn.
So yeah, at this point we gotta make an airship out of beds and bookshelves. As we are, it's gonna endlessly spawn in some enemies here, and essentially they're gonna spawn them in and attack the beds. Our main objective is to just defend them and make sure that the beds actually reach their end point, which is the center here. Now, if they do not, don't worry, you can just re-talk to the beds. So I think we had this one die here, and it'll send them up and out. So aside from these rooms here, you can head back out here. And all the way back to upstairs, where we had originally encountered the Mimic. And in the rooms, there will be a whole bunch of beds and bookshelves at the end that we need to slowly coax to head down. Again, if they die, then they'll just respawn back up top here. Now here's where things get a little bit interesting. Under one of the beds, there is actually going to be a key. Now if you do not get the correct bed, you can just let them die. But once you have all the beds, so all 12 beds have been moved, you can no longer get the key, like the bed, to get up and get off the key. So I'm just checking under the beds to see if we can't find that key. I believe it's one of these ones here. It was not that one. Again, worst case scenario. Not that one. Worst case scenario, we just let the beds die so that we can make sure we get them there. Alright. Now the beds are considered constructs, so repair damage will work on them. There we go. So there's our lost silver key. So let's grab as many of the beds as we can. So another thing that you can do is you can actually haste and invisible the beds. So anything that you can give for a party buff, you can definitely give to them there as well. I am going to give them a little bit of invisibility, which is apparently not working. we got 4 more. And same with the bookshelves. So that with the beds, we had the key that was hiding under the bed there. We also have a bookshelf that is going to be hiding a secret door as well. Alright, so for our bookshelves, we do need to be in the library here. And again, we're just going to want to start summoning these bookshelves. Now again, if you're not sure which one is hiding the hidden door, you can just let them die. Alright, so it's a pretty, for the most part, boring quest. And by boring, I mean, like, it's a lot of running back and forth, making sure the guy survives. Alright. And yes, because of the time of recording, we do still have the event going on. Today is still day 1, so we are still getting those champions and those chests there. Alright. So we are getting there. The bookshelves are almost done. Okay. So we're gonna need 2 more bookshelves, 4 more beds. So there's those 2. So it's a lot of protection just to drag them all the way there. Alright, so we got 1, 2 beds there. Does look like the bookshelves were killed again. Or rather, about to be. Alright. Let's try this one here, see if we get that hidden passage. We did not. One good thing about all this is by killing these guys, it does give monster manual for beholders. It gives monster manual for the renders. So there are a lot of ways that you can get a little extra XP. So we can cast blur. I'm going to give it an invis. It does say it is invisible, but it's not any harder to see. Hopefully though that will provide us with enough. And it does seem another bookshelf has died, so oh, and here's our door. So there we are, if we can see inside. As you can see, it's not actually letting us in here as we can't get in that door. But if any of our bookshelves die, we'll be able to get in there and get the chest of flesh. So that was that one I was talking about. So again, let's cast some invisibility and some blur. Well, it does seem that it went down, so there we go. And we can get in for that chest of flesh. Alright, so with a little luck, this will be our last go. So typically what you'll do is you'll just wait for everyone, move as a group, you know, keep everything off of it and just power DPS, block, stun, however you need to, just to ensure that these guys make it all the way. And another trick is to, when you use them, start from the farthest, working your way closer. That way it kind of gets them all grouped up. One of those there to just draw some aggro. Alright, so we're almost done here. It's kind of that last ditch effort just to make sure that the beds are alright. Alright. So as you can see, it can be fairly taxing. Simply just getting these beds in. Once you have the beds though, it's really not too terrible. Well, the beds and bookshelves here. So what I'm going to do here is I'm also going to use our shrine. And just really reset my spell points there. Now, once they all get there and all hop up, it is going to fade to white as they've kind of created themselves into a giant airship. So here it is. Now it does have a ladder for us to climb, which we can access from out here. And we can climb up right here. Now, on top of the ladder, we also can climb up here. And I'm going to point it out there while I'm up. That kind of square opening right there, you can also get up there and get a chest. So we'll do that a little bit later. What you're going to want to do is, again, head on up here. And there we go. So once everyone is up top, the airship will take off and head up. Now this is where it comes down to really having really good ranged DPS, because at the back of the ship here, it is actually going to spawn in a whole bunch of beholders, which are going to slowly try and chase you down. Now if you are able to kill them before they actually get to the ship, you get additional rewards.
The airship's flight instinct has kicked
So you definitely want to, if at all possible, take them out. But again, it is easier said than done.
Wait. Something following the airship? Inconceivable!
So you can actually auto-target like this and start just blasting them away as fast as you can. So I'm gonna toss on my many and endless, and again, just really working on taking them out. You do have to be careful not to fall off, as it will cause insta death. Now, they will come at you just slowly at first. There we go. Looks like we did kill them all off and avoided them, any of them. Oh. Well, maybe not any. We did get one that looks like he boarded the ship.
Ahead of you. What is that?
Yeah, well, we will see. We do gotta wait for the full bit. As you see, we were killing them
Beholder that ate the mimic and the
before they actually were supposed to get here.
bigger, much,
So it does take a little bit longer, as you see.
been overeating to
But
a
after a while,
robot
this big guy will...
It must be
We're gonna bump into his face. Now, once he does, you're going to actually walk up and hop into the beholder itself, which will bring you down to the bottom. Now, at the bottom here, there are some renders that are stuck in position. If you attack them, they will become aggressive and active. So just be careful when attacking, as obviously you don't want to pull too many. You'll also have some chests. Now, one of these chests is obviously our mimic. Now you can actually select it, and it does give some option here. So you can smash it, which will reveal the mimic, but lose out on the chest. So we're just going to use intelligence. Alright, so here it is right away. We got, this is the mimic. So if we were to click intelligence on this one here, you do not deduce a way to tell if it is a mimic. Everything seems and appears normal. But the one that we want is right here. So the next thing you can do is, of course, grab your loot. Kind of just use open lock on them. And which is another great way to tell which one is actually the mimic. I forget. Yeah, so open lock. And then finally, after all our loot, we can go ahead and smash this one, because this one is actually the mimic. Now smashing it will knock it down temporarily, giving you a little extra leeway in fighting it. So you're going to want to just fight it, kill it, beat it down. When he dies, he's going to kind of drop the scepter in the center. As well, he drops 3 other keys. These will unlock the other chests, or 4 of the keys. As well, it also makes these ganglia targetable. Now, we do need to fight and destroy the ganglia. They don't fight back, so don't worry. There we go. Once they're all done, everything, as you see, his stomach is turning, and he basically well, I'm sure you can guess what happens. He spits us back up.
You're out, and the beholder is deflating like a balloon.
Now at this
that
point, we
loses its
can
pressure,
choose to
lunch, and dinner. Now, we
fight
just
what's
need
left
to
of the
return to
beholder,
Eberron. It was Belashira's
which
scepter
does
that
give
brought
us
you here in the first
optional
place.
XP.
Perhaps engage.
And then once he is defeated, what you're going to want to do here with the scepter, so whoever picked up the scepter, you do want to equip it and use it from your quick bar. That will create a portal, allowing us to exit back down here. And then once we're right here again, we want to do the same thing. Use the scepter. And there we go. So this scepter is a portal of madness. And this time it spawned the Prince of Madness, Lord of Eyes.
You used my own scepter to free me from Kyber. You must be mad.
At this point, all that's left of the quest is to go through and have him talk. And just go through his conversation here. And that's it. Quest complete. So while he's talking and doing that, so we do need to talk to him and actually give him the scepter.
I'm not supposed to possess
the
scepter quite yet. It's against the rules, you see. But now that I have the scepter, I'm free to break the rules. So instead of betraying you and killing you like I was going to, I shall break the rules and keep my bargain. Utok! Adaram! Akin!
And with a flash, he's gonna give us some extra loot. And exit the quest. Now again, you can get some named items out of here, like the Watcher's Blade.
Nothing to do but leave this place and tell Rory what happened.
And I got a Watcher's Blade there as well. And that's it. So, hope you guys enjoyed. Oh, I was going to show you that one other optional there. That's right. So, from this room here, oh, we are not able to do that because we're no longer in madness. So yeah, what you would have done was from this room, you just use jump, and you would need to hop up. It does take quite a bit of jump, or a little bit of finagling, and then you can hop up and grab the ledge. Then you are able to pull yourself up and hop in there. And then it's just actually a swim down because there's just a random pocket of water, and that would get you the loot there. So I hope you guys enjoyed this bit of madness. We've got more to come. And have a good one all.